Okay, guys, this time around, we're definitely going to be doing a one take no edits on this authentic first replication. Don't get scammed in the streets, guys. Don't sell reps as retail and so forth. Just wear them for the toe like you're supposed to. So again, authentic on the right, rep to the left. Obviously, to the naked eye, they pretty much look identical. It's very hard to tell. It's getting even more harder to tell on a solo tip of the replica that it is a rep or a fake or UA or whatever slang term you call it. But again, this is to help those and ensure nobody gets scammed out there because it's super easy, especially with these white thunders. When it's all black pairs like this, guys, majority black color, it hides a lot of flaws. So we're going to go ahead and look into this. And hopefully we can call out as much as we can. And in the comments, let me know down below what you see that maybe I didn't call out. So let's go ahead and we're going to start off here with the right authentic. As you can see, very nice. And let's have a look at the rep on the left. And let's compare the toe boxes. Again, nearly identical. Now, what I did notice about this replication, it is underscaled. And what I mean by it being underscaled, it just means that the build of it is a bit smaller than the authentic build. So you can already see the toe boxes here to your right, authentic is a little bit bigger than the reps to the left, but the shape is nearly identical. Minimal difference there with the stitching and so forth. Even comparing the toe boxes, the retail to the right is a bit ashier. It might just be because it is like a nubuck material there on top. Nope, I'll probably have to take a brush to it. But the rep, to be fair, I mean, it's clean. And we'll just leave it at that. But obviously the caging as well here where my thumb is to the right on the authentic is bigger than the left. Let's have a look at the Jumpmans. Again, nearly identical. I would say on the authentic pair, again, you guys are looking in the camera, okay? Me looking in person, the authentic to the right Jumpman is just a brighter of a white versus a dull white to the left. But it can kind of sometimes look opposite on screen, so that's why I want to call this stuff out for you guys. Because on the left, it looks like it's actually a whiter Jumpman, but it actually isn't in person, okay? Let's have a look here. And again, yep, there's, as I said, the caging to the left versus the right. It's just smaller. Also, it feels like it's a rubber, obviously, as the retail is rubber, but you see it's a lot more stiff on the rep to the left. You see how it just moves around. So it's more like again, it's rubber, but it's like if it's like an elastic feel or material to it. But here, it doesn't really do that. I'm applying the same pressure on both guys. And the batch of this particular replica is GX, which is the top batches or top factory that makes the Jordan 4s currently at this time. As we can see here, it's got 2 air units in the post. Excuse me, 1 air unit, 2 posts in the air unit. I do that. I've been doing that a lot lately. But anyway, you see 2 white posts in there, right? On the authentic, we got 3, but that pertains to size 11.5 and higher typically. So that's not every single shoe out there, okay, for the Jordan 4 model. And again, let's compare the caging on the right and on the left. Again, caging's a bit better. It's not as yet, you know, it still moves around. You know, it is what it is. So does the authentic here. It may not be as much on the authentic versus the rep, but it is what it is, guys. And again, looking like the structure looks pretty good in the sock liner to the left here. Now, when I advise sock liner, it's going to be starting from the top of the collar going down internally, okay, guys? But it looks like they got the color on point with that as well. It looks like they got the height of the pull tab, as you see here. On the left, the rep, right, authentic. You can see it looks like they got the pull tabs corrected height. A lot of times on the 4s, they used to be too short, but as you see here, they match up. Even the width of the actual pull tab matches up. The Jumpmans pretty much match up as well. Again, looks like, yeah, they match the white on this too. And again, having a look at the midsoles, looks identical to me. The cut is a little shorter on the rep, as you see here. of the heel, how high it goes. Looks a little bit higher on the retail, but just remember, guys, it's underscaled anyway. So that's why certain things are going to be perceived as being a lot smaller. Let's have a look at the medial here. As we can see, again, near identical. Caging, the shape going around the caging here, okay, on the rep, now the rep's on the right this time, guys, is a little bit bulkier and not as slim as the authentic to the left here. Okay, again, let's look at the toes. And as you see to the left, authentic, toes a little bigger. And then to the right, it's a little bit smaller and slimmer on the rep. And again, toe boxes, nearly identical. The rep to the right here, the rep right here, it looks to be a little bit more of like oval shaped toe box, where the retail there, as you can see, is more aerodynamic. So very close. So we're going to go ahead now and look at compare the other authentic and rep, and we're going to be out of here pretty soon. And having a quick look at the boxes here, rep here, retail here, very typical. The rep is smaller. The white is not as white. It's a bit more dull. The flight is spelled correctly, of course. So is the authentic. And let's go ahead now and move to the box labels. And here is the rep. Again, not as sharp or clear, but it is, like if I would have showed you this first, you'd pretty much believe it was the retail label, right? But this is the rep, and it actually does match the UPC code as well on the authentic. And I did scan this with my phone, and it pulled up the White Thunders. How about that? So they're taking this stuff really far and really deep. So here is the authentic box label, as you can see. And obviously it's clean, very sharp, very clear, a nice bright white with black, of course, dark coloring filling in there. And we're in the clear. Let's have a look at the rep. So here we are. This time around, rep is on the right. The authentic is to the left, as you can see. And same things again. Caging shape is a bit bulkier, wider than the authentic to the left. Again, we got the smaller caging area here, and it's like a rubber elastic versus the authentic, where it's probably about the same of material, in my opinion. They both match the material. These, it's just that the caging on the authentic could be tighter and stronger due to, how they constructed it versus the rep here, which it is a bit looser on the rep. Again, let's look at the tongues here now. Again, the flight and Jumpman's are pretty identical. Now, what I will say is the shape of the tongue, again, nearly identical. The tongue on the rep looks a little bit bigger than the authentic, but could just be because let's see, the authentic there's a little bit slimmer, and the reps looks a hair wider. And as we can see, again, looking at the sock liners, they look pretty good, pretty much match up. And again, remember, the rep is underscaled, guys. Excuse me. Yeah, see, yeah, definitely underscaled. You can even see here, looking at this white part of the midsole, it's longer than the other. So a lot of times they do underscale a lot of these Jordan 4s on the replica market. And even when people that are typically like a size 13 or 12 and a half, or if they jump to a 13, sometimes it fits like a 12 and it's still tight. So 4s are still, in my opinion, every so often a bit of a hit or miss. And again, as we expect, everything's looking good here as far as the height and width of the pull tabs. Let's see here. Yep, they both have the same strength. I can confirm that much. Jumpman's again look nearly identical. They really do. And as you can see here, the heel cut here of the material is lower than the retail here, only because this shoe was underscaled, so things on it are going to be perceived a bit smaller. It looks like the Jumpmans are pretty much the same size, but if I had to go with which is smaller, I would say it's the rep to the left. Tough stuff to do on a solo tip, guys. These authentication methods are getting harder and harder, so they're going to have to get more creative with authenticating these items. And here's the medial. Again, a bit of a bigger caging shaping here versus the authentic here to the left. And let's have a look. Midsole, excuse me, the outsoles, pretty much identical. They're identical. Let's not kid each other. They are identical here. Even the stars there, as you can see, they're a little bit bigger on the replication to the right. On the left, they're a little bit smaller and a little bit, and I'm talking a little bit more defined and cleaner. But at that point, you know, we're digging really deep. And there we have it. So I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching this real versus fake. And again, I know usually I do a voiceover, but this time I'm just doing it on the fly just so you guys can get my actual, without me really eyeballing this really hard and just knowing what to call out immediately. I just rather be more authentic with it so you guys see, what I call out. And you guys can call out some stuff too that I didn't call out as well down in the comments below. And with that, y'all know what it is. We out.